Welcome back to Big Brain and Podcast. My name is Dana Ohana, and this is the place where you're going to learn more about social media and on how to build a strong online brand as part of our journey as well as entrepreneurs. And today I want to focus on a very important topic, which is consistency. Okay, there's a reason why we say consistency is key, because this is something that's very important also on the way you do your business as an individual, as well as how you do it and your appearance on social media. So I'm going to touch from those two angles. The first one I want to touch is the part of how it can really help us to grow as individuals and to grow on our journey as entrepreneurs, right? If you're not being consistent, it means you're not on focus, you're not alert to everything's around you. And that is going to actually prevent you from growing with your business, right? Because if you are doing today one type of topic and then you disappear, or then you're doing something else and then next week you do something else. So let's say for like 1 week you do events about like food and how to cook certain things, and you do cooking classes and stuff like this, and then the week after or the month after you move to a different type of business. Maybe it's an hair salon or you're gonna teach social media, whatever it is. When you do it like this, you're not being consistent, right? So you're not actually seeing any type of progress. There's a reason why we want to start with one thing, accelerate that thing, control it and make sure that it works right, and then we can move to the next thing. You don't usually start more than one business at one time, right? At the same time, right? You actually need to start, build something, and then you can move to the next one. So that's why it's very important to be consistent from that side, because again, you want to grow your business. You don't want to be like in stagnation, right? You want to see growth, but how can you grow if you are all over the place? As well, like all over the place is from the side that like you also can be like talking about different topics as well, maybe even disappearing for a certain period of time and coming back. And that's the part of it. So you want to stay focused. And that's why, for example, if you go back to my first episode on your business foundation, that is why it's very important to have a business strategy. Because when you have a business strategy as well, when you also have a plan, it really helps you to stay consistent, to stay on, to focus on what's right and move step by step to where you want to be, to what you were trying to achieve. And that's also something very important, because as entrepreneurs, the journey is not easy. I always say it's like riding a roller coaster. So you're up and you're down, but you better learn to enjoy the ride. Because the amount of time you probably want to give up on your business, or you're not sure what to do, or you've done something like you even said, like, I'm going to host an event, or I'm going to go host a live, or whatever it is, and people are not coming, people are not buying, people are not I don't generate enough leads. It makes us and builds so many fears in us that we're thinking about, okay, I want to give up, I want to take a step back. But that's the mistake. That's the part where you actually want to be consistent. That's the part when you say, okay, I've done once, it didn't work. I'm going to try one more time. And then I'm going to try a third time. But in between this time, you take some key learnings, okay? You're learning what wasn't working. What else can you do? How you can improve it. But if you're going to be consistent, so maybe even if you did not got enough people to sign up for the first event, you'll get even 5 to the next one. And then you're going to get 10 to the next one. Or maybe you're going to get 10 to the first one, but then on the second one, you're going to get only 2 or 3. But if you're giving up, which means that you are not being consistent and continuing, so people will say like, oh, it's probably a once off, and they won't remember you. You won't be on top of mind. But if you're going to stick with us and you keep on doing it and you keep on working on that specific thing, at one point you will build your name around it, and that's how you're going to get people to get in line with us. Which actually takes me to the part of why it's also very important to be consistent on social media. Because as much that it takes you the time to learn about your audience is also learning about you. And by the way, that's how the algorithm actually learns about the two of you. But if you're not being consistent, you're really not helping neither the algorithm and neither your audience to learn about you and what you do and build relationships with you. And from social media, I say there's 2 types of being consistent. There's the one type of being consistent with the type of content that you create, okay? So as I said, I cannot speak today about a nice recipe for pasta. And then next week, I'm going to tell you how you can invest money. And then the next time I'll speak with you about like how to manage social media. It's not really like I look like I'm not serious. I'm not establishing myself as an expert in what I do. So I cannot even become their go-to person. And they won't get what I'm trying to do. So they will skip. They will move to someone else that can give them exactly what they're looking for. So that is why it's very important to be consistent with that type of content you create, which means that you know your audience, you know what is the problem that they experience, okay? What are the challenge, struggle, pain point they experience that you've got the solution for. And then from there, you define your key message. We shall also have an episode about this. You want to know what's your key message that's going to speak about the problem, that's going to create an emotional connection with that problem to your audience, okay? And you stick to this. By you having a clear message, your audience will know what they can come and find at your accounts. They know exactly what type of information they get. So they know they come to you to get more tips on coaching, on lifestyle, on social media, whatever it is, okay? You want to make it easier for them. But if you're not being consistent with the type of content, they would not get what the hell, and they would not trust you, and they would not build a relationship with you, okay? And the other part of being consistent, it's with your timing, okay? You want to build relationship, right, with your audience. And people buy from people, and people buy from people they trust and they have a connection with. In order for you to do that, so on top of what I just said like a few seconds ago about having a clear message that they can follow, okay, so they know that you are their go-to person on that specific topic, you also want to be consistent with the timing, which means that it's your appearance. Okay, so you cannot post today and then disappear for 2-3 weeks and then come back again and then disappear again, or then be here for a full month and then disappear for a while. It's like, how do you want me to build a relationship with you? How do you want me to trust you? Okay, you're not there when I need it. When I need information, you're not there. So sometimes you're there and sometimes not. I can't rely on you. And that's going to prevent them to come and decide, okay, I want to follow you. I want to get more information. And at one point, I want to work with you. The other type of the timing as well is to know exactly when to post and be on those times. Learn your audience, okay? So especially like in different platforms like Instagram, for example. You can check on your insights, the timing. So you know when are they more active. So, for example, if I look at my business, I know that in the past, my timing was around 12 p.m., then it moved to 3 p.m., and now it's more towards the 6, 7 p.m. in the those are the hours, and it's changing all the time. But because I know my audience and I know when it's more active, I can actually be consistent with this. So I can consistently post my content on certain hours as well. For example, this podcast, right? If I'm not going to be consistent, and this week I'm going to have an episode, and next week I'm not, or this week I'm going to do it on Tuesday, and next week I'm going to do it on Thursday, and the week after on Sunday, I'm not being consistent. But with me being consistent, that every Tuesday I put a new episode, people can get used to it, so they will know to come to my profile and check for this. And as I said, if you look at this now, okay, if you're being consistent with the type of content, but as well you're being consistent with your timing, which means is your appearance and the time you're posting and everything, you're not only helping yourself to get and be in a routine, you're also helping your audience to learn about you. Okay, so they know when to find you, where to find you, what type of content they're going to find there. And that make it easier for them to decide, okay, do I want to build a relationship with them? Yes or not? Am I building a relationship? Okay, cool. Can I trust them? And then when the time is right, they're going to come and become your clients. At the same time, while you learning about what they like and they're learning about you, the algorithm is also learning about the two of you, okay? Because if I'm as your audience coming, then the algorithm see what type of content I like and from which accounts. That is how it knows what type of content to expose in front of me, okay, what to put out there, because not every content you see on social media is necessarily the things that you are following or subscribing to, right? Even if it's on YouTube and even if it is on Instagram and other platforms, okay? You're seeing different things that really are related to certain topics you were searching for. So the same as this, you want to help them. So if you're not being consistent with the type of content, so people are not sure if to follow you or not, and that's make the algorithm life difficult to understand, okay, what's happening in this account. As well, like in the timing, if you're posting today and then disappear and then come back again, the algorithm's like, okay, I'm not sure what's happening here. And at one point, the same as the audience will give up and will not necessarily want to follow you, the algorithm as well will now want to promote your content. And that's how you will reduce the exposure that you can get. And through that, of course, you're going to reduce as well the engagement. So if you want to grow on social media, you want to make sure that you're increasing the exposure so you reach out to more people. But you want to make sure that you're reaching out to the right people, because if you're reaching out to the right people, you're going to improve your engagement. And that is how you're showing the algorithm that there's something interesting here, that it needs to help you to reach out to more, because eventually that's what they're trying to do. So if I look at it again, and I'll try to sum it up a bit, where we spoke about consistency from two angles. On the one hand, from the social media side, how it's really going to help you to grow with your business, with your audience, and as well how the algorithm can help you with this. So it's very important to be consistent with the type of content, your appearance, and the timing of your posting. But on the other hand, you want to be consistent on your personal life as well, because you will want to give up so many times. But having something that keeps you focused, that gets you to stay consistent, it's really going to help you in the long run to see results. I know we really want to give up at certain points when we're saying like, oh, it's not working, people are not coming, people are not buying, people are not commenting, people are not watching. And it's like exhausting, right? And we all experience it on different levels. But if we're being there and we're being consistent and we're not giving up and we're showing we are here and this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm good with, this is how I can help you, this is the problem that I also experienced, but now I have the solution to help you. If you do that, it's gonna first makes you feel amazing that you stuck with something and now it's working. And that's the part when you're also going to say to yourself, wow, it can actually work. But if you give it a try and keep on giving up, you will never going to be able to see a success for the long run, because you're going to move from one thing to another. You're going to be all over the place, and you're just going to be on what I usually call it like a survivor mode, which means that you're trying to reach out to everyone in order to get and generate more leads, in order to get increase your income so you can at least cover your expenses and live like an okay life. But if you want to have a better life, if you want to have the life that you dream of, you need to keep on pushing forward. And to help you push forward, you need to be consistent. You need to be there and show them, I'm here and this is what I do. And again, think about it from your personal life. If you look at your friends, if you look at your partners, if they're there and disappearing for a while, it does like have an impact on your friendship, on your relationships, right? Of course, there's different type of friendships and relationships that it's okay, and we know that you can pick up the phone and like nothing have changed. But it's not the same as you have those people that are consistently there, that that no matter what, they're going to be there. And that's what you're trying to do for your audience. You want to show them, I'm here for you. So as much as you want to learn about them, what works for them and what they like, you want them to learn about you. Because if I learn about you, I can build relationship with you. If I can build relationship with you, it means that I can trust you. If I can trust you, I'm going to be loyal to you, to your brand, and I'm going to be your best brand ambassador. And that's what you're trying to achieve. So focus and find what works for you, and don't give up. If you feel like giving up, you're more than welcome to send me a message and I'll give you the push. That's what I do for myself. I have the people that also help me and encourage me not to give up and trust me. Even this week, I was thinking at least 2-3 times of giving up. But that's the beauty, where not, and we sticking to what we know and what we love, and we remember our why, which I also have an episode on this. Remember why you do what you do. Use that to help you stay consistent, help you to set up a goal and work on achieving it. And if it's not working, see what you can learn out of it, and then you move to the next one. And then you keep on trying and keep on trying. And if at any stage it's not working and you got help and it wasn't working, then you can, of course, move to something else. But don't give up so quickly. Show your audience that you're there. And show yourself, by the way, that you're there and you can do it. So follow this, and then, and again, as I said, it's also going to help you as well with the algorithm, okay? Think about it like this. You're helping yourself, you're helping your audience, and you're helping the algorithm that helps the two of you. How amazing is this, right? So again, if you have questions, you're not sure, I would really recommend you to reach out to me here and on like the different social media platforms. You can search for Big Consulting. And of course, I'm here for any type of question. And just remember, really be consistent. And I know there's times that we don't feel like. So of course, you can also, by the way, plan up front. That's why today you can schedule, post, and other type of content. You can find a day that you're in a good energy and record like 10 videos. And then you can just have it like for you to use whenever. So there's always ways to overcome it. But just think about it, that it's going to help you in the long run. And it's going to help you build a strong online brand, and also to help yourself with your self-growth as well. So I hope you have some takeaways from this podcast. And again, I would love for any comments, and to hear what are your takeaways from this. And have a lovely, lovely day.